Ayan. So we're live. So God's Day, one by one. Good day to all the Elastics, Plastics, and Epos out there. So this is Epalastic Con with our regular segment here in my YouTube channel. Welcome to Lunch Date. So natagalan na naman sa pagsa-set up ng laptop. Umubos na naman ng almost 30 minutes. So dahil dyan, I don't know kung pag mag-play ba ako ng music, kung somehow maririnig nyo or since naka-headset ako, pero most likely baka hindi. Ayan, so kumusta na po ang lahat? So again, this is recommended, the LS is recommended by Boss Rolly para daw sa mga monetize na, para lumaki-laki ang ating tawag dyan, ang ating monetization. As shout out sa ating, so ito po ang inyong pampaumay ngayong lunchtime dito sa Middle East. Ayan, so naghahang na naman ang aking laptop. Ay, ayan, sandali lang po. As usual, I'm doing my technical things here. Kaso po, mabagal ang laptop. Hindi na signal yung problema ngayon. Yung laptop naman ang problema. Lahat na lang palagi concern. Every time na nag-LS, palagi na lang may concern. Either internet connection or yung laptop. Heist. Okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Yan. So sa bagal ng laptop, parang magiging silent LS tayo ngayon. Which should not be, because again, the plan that we have with lunch date is to have some Q&A portion. Ayan, ano na ba nangyayari? Okay na ba siya? Ayaw pa rin talaga. So anyway, let's proceed. So nag-research ako kanina, as usual kay paring Google, kung ano nga ba yung number one language, spoken language, and tama naman ako ng hinala that it is English. So since we want to be international in this YouTube channel, filingero lang. So we will try to answer all the question in English. So please bear with my English. Please bear with my grammar. Huwag po masyadong mag-expect ng sobra. So, ano ba nangyayari? I'm checking something. Anyway, so yun nga, hang pa rin ang laptop. So let's proceed. So last week, um, we tried funny questions. I don't know if you're able to watch my last week's lunch date episode. So the first one, I sablay. So there's something wrong with the mic uh, that I keep on talking, but uh, there's no sound coming out of my laptop. So on the second attempt, it was somehow successful because I was able to get through. So the viewers are able to hear me speaking. Now, again, we will try another attempt for our lunch date. So I have less than 30 minutes to do this. So let's go ahead and proceed with our question and answer. And to those who will be watching or who are currently watching this live streaming, and or to those who will be watching the replay of this lunch date, you can go ahead and comment on the comment section as regards your answers to the Q&A that we'll be having for today. So let's proceed to. Mhm, mhm. Okay. So let's proceed to the first question for today. Again, as I mentioned last week, I researched in Google of some questions random, almost everything: life, faith, health, finances. So everything under the sun, or anything under the sun. Okay, so let's try now some questions about. Okay, let's see. Mhm. So enough of the love life questions. So we already had that with my first official LS a month ago, or months ago. Okay, let's proceed to the Family 101. Family 101. So questions about family or family life. So that's what we are going to discuss now. So again, as mentioned, if you want to answer the questions or some of the questions, you can go ahead and answer that on the comment section below. Uh-huh. Okay, so the first question is: are friends more important than family? What do you think? So are friends more important than family? What do you think? Well, this is actually a tough question in a sense that I think most of us prefer friends more than our families. I don't know because that's my perspective before. So before before I went abroad, um, my family or the house or the home that I'm staying back in the Philippines. So I'm just treating it as uh, what do you call that? Boardroom or just an apartment or or something like that. Just a simple accommodation wherein I eat there and I sleep there, but most of my time are spent with my friends outside of the house. But then again, there's a major turning point in life where before I went here in this country, I had a situation where with my first company, I uh, I was told that I need to pay for um, that I need to pay for a placement fee. So I asked my friends, I asked my community brethren for help, financial help. But out of the many, I only got a response from about two to three persons only. So then I also looked at the effort of my family in producing the money for the placement fee, um, to the point that my brother, my only brother, Kuya Romeo, he almost withdrawn all his money on his bank account. So that's the turning point where I decided, or where I realized that in terms of the hardship in life, you really can count on your family more than your friends. Well, that is based on my personal experience. Maybe I don't have that much of very, very close friends, or I don't know. So that happened about 10 years ago. So then that was the turning point in my life where I decided and realized to love my family, that they are there, not just in good times but also in bad times, unlike some of my friends. So I have made the decision that I will show them with to the rest of my life that I am with to the rest of my life that I love them, not just by words but also by action. So that's the decision that I made 10 years back, and I praise and thank God that I'm still doing that. I'm still committed to that decision, and I remembered back in 2011, I also made a vlog of this where I dated each and every member of my family, starting from my dad, then my mom, then my three siblings after that major realization. And again, those watching this, or who are currently watching now, or who will be watching this in replay, you can go ahead and comment your answer in the comment section below. Regarding this question, are friends more important than family? So again, as for me before, my answer to that is yes, but 10 years back, I have made a decision. That is yes, but 10 years back, I have made a decision due to my realization that my family is more important than my friends. Though I know that there are exceptions to that, because we know that we have some friends who are so very close to us, whom we already consider as our family, as part of our family. So that is an exception, since we consider them as our family, so they are counted as our. So still, the answer is, for me, my family is more important than my friends. So there you go. That's the first question. Then the second one question. Then the second one: are chores assigned to children in your family? Are chores, household chores, assigned to children in your family? Yan. So shout out to Boss Ardeen. Maraming maraming salamat sa pagbisita. English mode ako ngayon. I hope that I'm clear enough. Yan. So thank you po. Maraming salamat sa pag-thumbs up. So again, we are having our lunch date. So we are doing the question and answer. And feel free to answer the questions that we have here. Ayan. So again, the second question is: are household chores assigned to to children in your family? So my answer to that is yes. So um, that should be the practice of each and every member all over the world. Ayan. Shout out. I would agree that it should be assigned to each and every member of the family, the youngest possible, that you could teach them of household chores, because it will develop their sense of responsibility and accountability. So which are two of the most important virtues or values that the children that our children should know, or that the children should appreciate. So I don't have much of household chores back then when I was a child. because, well, I consider myself as the favorite son, the favorite child in the family. So maybe that's why they are not requiring me to do some house. It is for their future, for them again to have the sense of responsibility and accountability, and for them to know more about life and to appreciate life. Question: are chores assigned to children in your family? So my answer to that is yes. So I also remembered in my last vacation, April last year, 2019, where I requested my one of my nephews to list down or to make a list or to make an assignment of doing the dishes or washing the dishes. So we did that, and somehow we are able to follow the schedule, maybe around 60 to 70%. So that is to encourage my nieces and nephews to take part in washing the dishes or in doing some household chores. So you can also go ahead and do that with your own families. Yeah. So that's the second question. Then the third question. The third question is too many questions. Okay. How many brothers and sisters do you have? So I have three siblings. I have one brother, so that's Kuya Romeo, and I have two sisters, Ate Juliet and Ate Alma. And I am the youngest in the family. So the eldest is Ate Juliet. Then how old are your brothers and sisters? So that's a tricky question because I'm not tracking or I'm not familiar by heart as to the age of my siblings. But if I will be guessing it right, I'm already 38. I just turned. So if I'm 38, then my sister Ate Alma, she might be around 42. Then Kuya Romeo might be around as much as possible follow their instructions or guidance. So maybe that's common to those obedient sons and daughters that they don't find their parents strict. Well, again, that is my perspective, and you might have a different opinion as to that. So you can go ahead and comment that on the comment section if ever. Then we have less than 15 minutes left on this segment, lunch date. So shout out to all our viewers out there. Next, how old are your parents? Okay, so my dad, who passed away last year, 2019. So he died at the age of. So he was born in 1946. So doing the math, and I am slow at math. So math is my favorite subject, but because ever since I worked brain to do the math or to do the calculation. So so my dad died at 73. Then my mom is still alive. So she is around. She, her birthday will be on October 22nd. And as far as I remember, 70 this year. So I hope that I'm doing the math correctly. So there. So those are the age of my parents. So what do you think of your mother and your father? Okay, well, so my mom, well, for me, my mom is very sociable and she has leadership skill. I was able to say that because she being the president of the school back in elementary. Then she also was the block leader of our barangay, one of the block leaders in our barangay. So that's what I see in her. So she's a leader. and she's very strong-willed. Then my dad is a very silent type, but he has his decision. So uh, I guess I may excuse me, the value of supporting, on how to be supportive of your dreams, of someone else's, something like that. That you have to support them with their own plans or their own dreams, so long as you know that it will not be bad for them. You can go ahead and support them. So something like that. Your mom and your dad. I think I already answered that with the previous question. So the best thing about my mom is about her leadership skills. And then with my dad is his cooking skills. Do your parents get along with each other? Yes, they get along with each other very well. So I remembered my mom shared with me that every time, or they mentioned to me, I remember that they mentioned to me that they don't allow themselves to be seen quarreling with each other, fighting with each other in front of us. So they said that they do fight, but they are making sure that it's just between them. They really did not allow us to see that about them. So, and that for me is a very good thing. It just shows that they respect each other and they respect us as their children, especially our emotional quotient, our EQ, because they know that fighting in front of their children or of their kids, quarreling in front of their kids, it will have an effect on the. Yes, my answer to that is yes. I believe and I claim that they are trusting me with all my decisions in life. I really can't remember that they interrupted my decisions or what do you call that? Intercepted. It's the proper term. I can think of the right term, but I really can't recall that they interrupted with my decision or they influenced my decision making. So they just allow me to make my own decisions, and it benefits me a lot because I was able to make my own decisions and to learn from my decisions, especially from my mistakes. So, so I think that's my answer to that. So, do my parents trust me? A big yes. Okay, next question. So we have less than 5 minutes left on this lunch date. Do you ever meet any of your great grandparents? When you say great grandparents, is the parents of your grandparents. Am I correct? So kindly correct me if I'm wrong. Kindly comment that on the comment section. So that's what I understood about this question. Great grandparents. So the parents of my grandparents. So the answer to this is no. I wasn't able to meet them. I only was able to meet my grandmother on my father's side and my grandfather in my mother's side. So that's what I remember during elementary years. So that's less than 10 years old or 9 years old. So the next is that, but I have some friends who are able to experience that they were raised by their grandparents, and they said that it is a fun thing because they are being spoiled. So they are. What stories did your grandma or grandpa used to share about their younger years? So unfortunately, I have no answer to this one as well because again, I was not able to interact with them as far as I could remember. Uh, because again, I am too young when I was able to meet them. So But I think grandparents or great grandparents can tell us some good stories about life. I don't know. That's that's what I have in mind right now. That because of their experiences in life, uh, the bad and the good experiences in life, I think that they will contribute more on the behavior, on the attitude, on the perspective in life of their grandkids or great grandkids. Well, that's my opinion as to that. So it's time's up. It's already 1 p.m. here, and that's the end of my lunch, and that's also the end of our lunch date. So kita-kits po tayo. So thank you all for those who watch this LS, and to those who will be watching this in replay. Maraming salamat. So again, God's noon one by one. God's noon to all the Wallastics, plastics, and ethos out there. And God bless to all of you. Epalastic Con will now be ending this live stream and see you again tomorrow, hopefully, in our lunch date. Ang pampaumay sa inyong pananghalian.